What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Vontae the First, back again with another video. And unfortunately, as you guys can see, I haven't been uploading Tokyo Revengers. So what was it? A few days ago, maybe like 4 days ago or something like that, I was doing my recording session for it was a big chunk. It was from like chapter 102 until like 119. And my video shit, it was laggy, it was very glitchy and shit, choppy and all that. So I was like, you know what, I'm not even gonna release it because it was good for a good portion of it, and then it just started fucking up. And then I was okay, so let me not try to do a long recording in one session, and then, you know, because there was a lot of problems, a lot of issues there. So unfortunately, I'm not gonna be uploading that, but I'll just give my little review of that arc, the end of the arc and all that stuff. So what was it, chapter 102? That's where we left off at. You guys seen it. Hakkai, he ended up fighting his brother Taiju. He had got the motivation from everybody else, from Takemichi, Mitsuya, and the rest of the gang. And yeah, he started fighting Taiju. He had some punches in, then he ended up getting beat, unfortunately. But he still, you know, he still broke through and did what he got to do. And then after that, we seen Mikey. He actually pulled up to the chapel, him and Draken, because apparently, remember when we seen him in a few chapters prior, he heard Mitsuya's bike, so he knew that he was in the area. And then I guess his intuition led him to the chapel. He came in there, him and Taiju was having a stare down, a little back and forth and all that. And Taiju punched Mikey and made it seem like he was knocked out, because, you know, they were talking about how like Mikey's like very vulnerable at this time and all this stuff, you know, mentally. So, you know, it had me kind of on the fence, like, did he really get knocked out cold or not? But of course, it's the invincible Mikey. Of course, he didn't get knocked out. He got back up and he fucked up Taiju. He fucked that boy up. And then Draken came inside after it was all over, because he apparently had fucking beat all them niggas outside. He beat all the black dragons. It was like 50 to 100 members. I think it was 100 members that they said. But I'm like, shit, that's a feat in its own. So Draken could beat up 100 people, 100 guys. That's crazy. Just like Mikey, that's crazy. So the arc pretty much ended off like that. Let's see what else happened when Hakkai and Yuzuha, they had their little final words with their brother. Yuzuha was talking to Taiju, like, you know, we both were pretty much in the same situation, being, you know, an older sibling or elder sibling to our younger brother, and you chose to abuse us, which was terrible, obviously. But, you know, I chose to try to protect my younger brother. And then she was reminiscing. She was thinking back to her mother, or her mother was telling her, you know, sorry, because her mother was sick and she also passed away. So she was like, sorry for putting them in this position. You know, she wished she could have been there for them and all that, but to protect her family. And that's the whole thing about protecting family. So Taiju looks like he might turn to a new leaf. That's what it looks like. Let's see what happened after that. Mikey took Takemichi to go see Hina, because Hina, she had a conversation with her mom talking about, like, you know, like something about like being in love with dad or her father and all that. And then that gave her some kind of, you know, motivation and some clarity. She talked to her dad, and she basically had a feeling that Takemichi, that he told Takemichi to break up with her because he's a delinquent and all that. Even though Takemichi, like we know, is not like the normal delinquent, he's actually really good. And that's what she was trying to pitch to her father. So then Takemichi, so yeah, they met with each other and they met up and, you know, all that shit. What else happened? Let's see, that happened after, I think that happened shortly after that. But yeah, they're back together now, and they're going to be going on a date on New Year's. So we got that. And also another thing that happened, a big thing that happened, is that the ex-Black Dragon members, Seishu and Koko, they both are now a part of Toman, and they're under the first division squad, which Takemichi is running. So I'm like, wow, that was a big ass plot twist. And I was thinking that the chapter should have ended there. Y'all should have seen my reaction. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? I was like, oh man. And then we seen after that we seen which like I said, that should have been the end of the chapter. But hey, I was very, very much wrong, because Kisaki ended up getting kicked out of Toman. He got fired, as Mikey told him, you're fired. So he's out of Toman now, and yeah, Kisaki was trying to pitch to him basically why he should stay, why, you know what I'm saying, like why he should be there and stuff and all this stuff. Basically what Mikey had said before, how like we need Kisaki in his game because he's, you know, he's smart. We need him. We need his strength. That's what he said back then. But now it's like, nah, we don't need you no more, because he had betrayed Chifuyu and Takemichi when they went over there to the Black Dragon's territory, because Chifuyu reported that to them, to Mikey. So we seen that, and then after that we got we got yeah, Kisaki it was a really interesting panel because we got Kisaki and Takemichi and then Mikey in the middle, and basically I guess it was trying to pitch to us that, like, you know, Kisaki is somebody that Mikey probably thought that he would have needed, but then Takemichi is also somebody that Mikey technically needs as well, because he reminds him of his brother, which I did forget to mention. He was talking to Takemichi about his brother and how his brother wasn't really great physically in terms of fighting, but he was really good at leading people and had people following him and all that kind of stuff. He was just really good, like, mentally. You know, he was a smart guy, and he had a certain charm to him, a similar charm to Takemichi. So that's why Takemichi gravitates to him, because he reminds him of his older brother, which is really cool. I really like that. And then what else happened after that? Oh yeah, so he was talking about his brother and all that kind of stuff, obviously, and then he was talking about the bike that he had gotten, all this stuff from the Philippines. So I think that's a little after. So basically, Takemichi got a new bike. His brother he got all the parts from the Philippines and all that, and then Draken and Mikey, they're fixing it up for Takemichi, so that's great. My boy got a bike now. He don't got to ride on nobody else's bike. He got to learn how to ride it and all that. And then we ended off at the festival, which is on New Year's and all that. We had Hakkai, Yuzuha, Mitsuya, obviously Takemichi, and Hina there. And Yuzuha, she seems fond of Takemichi. She has a crush on him. At first, it looked like she was looking at Mitsuya, but I was like, he's mostly like their older brother. Like, that's how they view him as. So she actually likes Takemichi, but it's a one-sided crush, as she said, which is very respectable. And it's realistic. There's a lot of people in the world that have, you know, or we all have probably been through that. Obviously, when you have a crush on somebody, they're probably in a relationship, but you're not going to try and mess that up or nothing. So I like that. You know, she has great respect for them. And let's see what else happened. They were all riding. I forgot what it was called. I think it's called an Emma or an Ema. I think it's pronounced Emma. It was like this little wooden thing. Basically, they put their wishes on it and shit. And Takemichi wished to be like a hero that could save everyone. That was his, you know. I mean, of course, you know, that's the plot of the show for him. And everybody was putting their little shit, and then he didn't want people to see it, and then they stumbled out. It was just a funny moment. Everybody was looking and shit, trying to pick it up and all that. It was just funny. Everybody who came there, though, we seen Smiley, Big Homie. I forget their names. I gotta remember their names, though. Who else do we see? Pretty much everybody. Draken, Emma. Wait, Emma. Yeah, Emma. You know, not because I don't know why I was confusing Hina at first, but yeah, Emma, and Mikey, you know, pretty much everybody was there, you know, the main cast of characters. And also, I forgot to say, Mitsuya brought his little sisters there, which was cute, you know, and they don't like Takemichi, they liked Hina and stuff. I guess they just don't like the guys. They like, you know what I'm saying, they like the girls, you know, they want to be with the girls. So I thought that was really cool and shit. But yeah, so that was pretty much it for that. And then we ended off on some crazy ass shit. So apparently, once Takemichi went to the future, he ends up being like in a suit, and he was apparently at a funeral. And the funeral was for none other than my motherfucking goat Mitsuya. I said I did not want nothing to happen to him in the future in terms of him dying. I said that because I knew he was missing in the future. We know that. So I was like, fuck. So he was in the casket. You see his sisters. They're the ones that are like orchestrating the funeral and all that. I'm like, oh my God. And then we find out, and then Takemichi ran away. He ran to his old apartment because apparently he still had the key to it, and he's back in that place, his apartment, like, you know, in the beginning of the series, and he's not like in the top, you know, upper echelon. He's not like rich anymore in this future. So he goes there. He sees oh yeah, that's the one thing I forgot. When he left, or when he was getting ready to leave, he told Chifuyu, you know what I'm saying, like, see you in 12 years and stuff, partner, all that stuff, you know, I hope you do well and all that. And then he took a picture with the group. He took a picture with Hakkai, Chifuyu, I think, was Chifuyu in there? Yeah, Hakkai, Chifuyu, Mitsuya, Mikey, Draken, you know, the new gang since, you know, Kazutora, Pachin, Baji, since they're gone, you know, the new, like, upper part of the gang, you know? And so he took a picture with them. He told them that he was going to be leaving. So that was the last thing that he did. And then he went to the future. And then once he was in the apartment, he seen that picture on his table. And then Naoto pulled up and told Takemichi that literally everybody in this future dies. This is the worst future yet. I was like, what the fuck? It got worse? For first, it was just Hina and Akun dying, pretty much. And, you know, Draken, depending on, you know, the timeline or whatever. Or on death row or whatnot. But apparently, every fucking person died. Everybody died. I was like, what the fuck? You gotta be, I'm like, what happened? And even Takemichi was like, what did I do wrong? Because Kisaki's out of the gang. The Black Dragons is now under Toman. or they, you know, so it's like, what happened? And we found out that Mikey killed everybody. Yes, Mikey is the one that was pretty much that killed everybody, or at least that's what they were thinking. And Takemichi is the only one that he didn't kill. So we learned that Takemichi actually went to the Philippines, because remember I said earlier about the whole motorcycle. You guys know, you guys read it obviously, but you guys, yeah, he went to the Philippines. He met Mikey there. Mikey was looking different. His hair is shorter. You can see his tattoo on his neck now and all that. And yeah, he was waiting for him. And yeah, he told him he killed everybody. They said like I think Naruto actually explained exactly how he killed everybody. He said that what's his name? Shifuyu got shot once again. He keep getting fucking blicked. God damn. But my boy Shifuyu got shot. My boy Mitsuya got strangled. I'm like, what the fuck? Draken got stabbed, so I'm assuming he got out of prison in that timeline, because I guess things changed because of Kisaki. Because Kisaki is now out of Toman. So yeah, Draken was still in the game. Yeah, okay. Because I was thinking about that when I was actually recording the video. I was kind of confused. But now that I think about it, it does change. Because when he killed the people, that was like, you know, they were like adults at that point in time. So yeah, never mind. So yeah, because since Kisaki's gone, Draken's not on death row anymore. So yeah, that happened. Even Kazutora ended up getting killed. I was like, whoa. So I guess he got killed in prison. Or no, actually when he got out of prison, he got killed. Damn, that's crazy. Pachin ended up getting killed as well. And Hakkai, he got killed in the worst way possible. They said he got burnt up. He died in a fire. And once we met with Mikey, he had explained everything, and we seen all the flashes of everybody dying and stuff, or like, not everybody, but a few people. We even seen a conversation with Draken and Mitsuya telling Mikey, I believe he said something about like, don't let Takemichi go down his route or whatever, or Takemichi left. It was some shit. I forgot what it was, but I was a little confused on that part. But explain to me down below, what was that meeting from Draken and Mitsuya when they were talking to Mikey at that point? I didn't really get what was going on there. What their concern was specifically. I don't know if their concern was about Mikey or about Takemichi or both of them. I didn't really get that part. But yeah, what you call it? What else happened? Oh, yeah, they were showing some people like Hakkai. He was literally like he was fucking roped to a fucking chair by Mikey, and I guess he just lit the fucking place on fire and left him there to burn. That was crazy. I don't even know why he would kill him like that. That's fucked up. Like, you could have maybe shot him in the head like Chifuyu or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I know that's gruesome too, but like, he got burnt alive and he couldn't even move. Like, nah, I don't know why that was kind of, I didn't like the way, I mean, I know death is death. He's a murderer, but still, I'm like, damn, that's fucked up. And then Chifuyu, he shot Chifuyu in the head, just like, you know, Kisaki did. And Shifuyu actually told Mikey something interesting before he shot him. He told Mikey something like, Takemichi, it may seem like he's from the future or something, so just listen to him. He said something along the lines of that, like, you know, you wouldn't believe it, but he didn't like necessarily tell him, but he like kind of told him. It's more like it sounded like more like an assumption rather than him actually like knowing, even though of course we know that Shifuyu knows that. So yeah, he killed him, and then Mikey wanted Takemichi to kill him. He gave him a gun, he gave him a pistol. He said, shoot me right here, right now. If you don't, then I'll shoot you. He put him on the ground, put the gun to Takemichi, and then bam! Naruto came out of nowhere and shot Mikey right in the head. And Mikey was still talking and shit, which was crazy. I mean, we already know he's invincible. And I know people could still, you know, survive and speak a little bit if they get shot there somewhat. But, not often though. But yeah, so he shot him in the head, and apparently the gun had the safety on. So yeah, so he wasn't gonna actually shoot Takemichi, but he wanted to die. He told Takemichi that he was, you know, every time when he started to kill people, he didn't feel nothing. So basically Mikey is like a sociopath and and you know, like a psychopath essentially. And the main thing too, which is something I didn't necessarily mention when I was talking about their conversation before, which we all know, is that he told Takemichi, whenever I start doing something wrong or start going crazy or whatever, my impulses and all that shit start happening, scold me, because he reminds him of his brother, so he wants Takemichi to help him out. He's the last thing that has some kind of reminder of his brother. So he told him that, but Takemichi wasn't there. That's the whole issue. Takemichi left his life, and that's when Mikey started going downhill like crazy. So once he took that picture with the group and he dipped, that's, you know, basically he literally left. Like, he left, you know? So fuck, that was fucked up. Like, I'm like, wow. And you couldn't really do nothing about it. You can't really blame anybody for that, you know? I can't blame Takemichi for going back because everything seems good, right? You know? So that sucks. But and that just goes to show that sometimes when he leaves, that it's not a good idea to leave, or even probably to go back. Well, mostly to leave the past, I would say, and go to the future. That's probably you gotta be very, 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 very cautious about that. But yeah, so he died in his arms, and you know, Takemichi tried to comfort him and all that. So yeah, he's dead, and that's where we left off at. So I'm done with my little review portion. You guys just got what I remember. I don't have no notes or nothing. Right now I'm just looking at the cover. I'm about to begin reading for the next chapter. I'm not gonna do it in this video, but this video is gonna come out literally right before the next one and the next one, or whatever, however I do it. So you guys will see all of it pretty much, you know, yeah. So yeah, just get ready for my reactions to the next chapters and all that. But that was my review, and this is what I remember. I think I have a pretty good memory though. I think I didn't really miss out too much. If there was stuff I missed out, my bad, but I think I got everything down. But yeah, man, I just know that I love the Black Dragon arc. That was my favorite arc so far in the series. Love the new characters that we got, you know, to actually meet, you know, Hakkai and Yuzuha. Even the Black Dragon, and Taiju and Koko. I'm still very interested in them to see what kind of, you know, what they're going to be doing and all that. And the shit with Kisaki, since he's out of the game, like, what's next for him? Good that Hina and Takemichi are back together. And yeah, I just want to know what he's going to be doing once he goes back to the past this time, because he has a lot of, his resolve is just growing and growing and growing. Because now, since he knows everybody dies in the future, he's going to be doing, like, he's going to be going hard in the past. Pause. But he's going to be going hard on everybody, you know? So I can't wait to get into this next shit. But yeah, that's it for my review. So like I say in every video, please like, comment, subscribe. If you fuck with your boy, if you don't fuck with me, you don't have to do none of that. You can unsubscribe, dislike, do what you gotta do. But yeah, please stay safe, stay healthy, stay clean. See you guys all in the next video. Peace.